Virginie Martocq is up next. She's going to take some more of the stress out of things. Because the cooking is one thing. The cooking really stresses me out. But presenting this gorgeous table.
Nothing to it.
Nothing to it is what
nothing
you said.
to it.
So what did I say to the audience earlier? I'm skeptical. Look at this beautiful table. If you come home at 5, you're supposed to be able to have dinner at 6.
Here's the concept. Yeah, home at 5, dinner at 6, maybe 6:15.
Maybe 6:15. Okay, that's fair. But did you set this up the week before?
No.
Okay, that's what I would do.
Literally the 5-minute table. But before we get to the table and like all the fun and the blitz,
yeah, it's beautiful.
There's a little bit of planning that goes to being home at 5 and having guests at 6. So. There's a little bit of behind the scenes. First thing, as Claire knows, you need to do recipes that you're familiar with. So let's say you can do it off the back of your head. I learned from my grandmother, who was a huge entertainer, like formal.
Yeah.
You need a little schedule. And I know this seems like a little anal retentive.
No, I like the idea of this.
But I've got my little work back schedule that I have on my computer. And literally what it means is that I go through all my ingredients.
Yeah.
I write down what temperature the oven is, when it goes in, when it comes out, and if there's anything to know. And you know why this is so great?
Why?
Because I can put it up on the fridge and I'm no longer in charge of it. Like whoever's walking by the fridge or the stove, this is their baby now, right? It's not my Bible alone. It's everybody's Bible. So this is the first thing you need to do.
Okay, there's the map for the night. Just follow it, see where
Just
we are, and jump
right?
in.
It takes a little planning, but once you've got it, it's done. You actually don't even have to think about it anymore.
Smart.
Number 2 is the bar. The bar is your friend, and let me tell you why. You want to, not for the reason you think. The bar is your friend because when your friends arrive and you're not quite ready, table's not quite set, if you can say to somebody, bar's over there, get yourself a drink, I'll be right there, you just bought yourself 5 minutes.
That's the way to do it. I think it should be self-serve. It also gives a more casual atmosphere, and for me, I'm all about the casual.
Totally, and that person that you just said, they're now in charge of the bar.
Right.
So there's another thing you're not in charge of.
That's right.
Right? You're like, keep it going
by that bar
all night long.
Or refill the ice.
Yeah, and so I used to always get myself ready last. I don't do that anymore. I get myself ready first.
Yeah.
Then while they're all consumed with the bar and whatever's happening over here, then I have 5 minutes to get the table put together.
Smart. Yeah, and then you know the nosy friend that keeps hanging out with you while you're trying to do the table.
I say,
go back to
go
the bar.
Go to the bar. I hear a clink, clink, clink of a shaker.
Go mix a drink.
Right. And you kind of want to set it up a bit like a buffet, right? You want some height, some variation. You want to think about how people are going to move through it. So the ice first, ice, very important.
Absolutely.
When people say, can I bring something? Ice. Because for sure you're going to run out of ice.
Yeah, that's smart.
Ice, make sure you have an opener, so you don't need to man this, okay? You don't need to deal with this.
Okay, so they're having fun at the bar.
One last bit of planning
yes.
before the people even arrive. You want to have all your serving dishes ready, because it's just classic. You've got everything done, and it comes out of the oven, you're like, oh God, where's this going? Where's the roast going? Where are the potatoes going? So just go through the menu and go, roast. Okay, I need a long platter with a serving spoon. So have all that stuff ready so that if somebody else is manning the Bible, the schedule Bible, they know where to put stuff.
Smart. And is that on your little list too, what plate everything's going to go on?
No, but maybe you've just improved it. You've just like addendum to the list, Appendix A is the serving dish.
So we got our bar set up. Our friends are happy. We've got all of our dishes out.
We're looking good. The dishes are out. Everything's stacked. Okay, now it's time to set the table.
Now it's time to set this gorgeous table. We haven't done anything in advance?
No. We've got maybe we've got the dishes stacked.
Okay,
stacked in the kitchen, and you can do that when you get home. You could even call your nanny and ask her to do that, or your husband, or whatever.
Yeah, whoever's home.
Whoever's home, maybe not the children. Okay, when it comes to setting the table, I am like a high-low kind of girl. Formal, informal, all mixed together. I don't actually really care. As you can tell, I really like an eclectic table, and the base to this table is actually wrapping paper.
Oh, so that's what that is.
I like tablecloths, but they're a pain because you need to iron them or dry clean them, and they're expensive. And so I start with any wrapping paper that I like and run down the middle of the table.
This one's cool.
Fun, right?
I like
and these are from HomeSense,
That is awesome. So get a huge one depending on the sort of table you have. What's great about this as well is you're always going to have the right measurement.
And you can do
It's hard to find a runner sometimes that's as long as your table.
And like for $4, you're good forever. That's a lot of dry cleaning.
Very smart.
So, and then when you're done, you just throw it away, right?
Yeah.
And then come over here. Let's see if you can actually figure out how to set a table properly.
Oh boy. Okay.
We've got a little quiz for you.
Yeah.
So
is this what I'm dealing with?
This is what you're dealing. I've already put the plate because I figured that was the intro.
Well, I'm just going to copy the other ones.
Wrong.
Oh, I mean right like that.
Okay, so informal, you can put it in the middle.
Right.
If it's a formal table,
yeah,
you want to put the napkin on the left by the fork. Okay, that's the first thing.
All right, so this goes over here.
But we're high-low, so you can put it in the middle if you want.
And this goes here.
Yeah.
And this goes here. And this goes here, and this goes
Sort of.
outside
yeah, there you
to
go.
in.
So you eat from the out in, right? So
Right.
it's pretty easy. If you've got a salad, you'll have that first.
Right.
Or if you've got a dessert, you put them up here. And then you just kind of, people are always confused about how to put these. You just go like this, right? However you're going to hold them is how you put them. And then the other thing is the knife. You don't want the blade facing out because you're cutting.
That's
you're cutting the person next to you. Or
It's
maybe
actually
you do.
very rude to do that.
It's very
Unless you
rude.
hate the person beside you, then do that.
You know, the other thing I learned while doing this is this seat here to the right of the host is the most important seat.
I thought that was the most important
Well,
seat.
the host, you're kind of demure about the whole thing, but this is the guest of honor.
I didn't know that.
And then to the right of the hostess is the other guest of honor. So if it's a couple, you would have the man here, the woman here, and the man there. And then the subs go around.
Say that again. So that's the host.
This is
that's
the host.
me. And then
no, sorry. This is your significant other.
Oh, my significant other. Then the first important guest.
The wife.
And then the second important guest.
Yeah.
Oh,
the husband.
I didn't realize that. Now, are you trying to mix things up a little bit with your seating plan?
Well, if you're formal, you're keeping it rigid. If you're not, come on in, do whatever you want, have a seat. Yeah.
I love it.
And so here, a little plug for my new business here.
I
so
love this business. Tell us about it.
After you've had your whole dinner party, you can put together a little cookbook as a giveaway. So here's my little Virginie party cookbook with all your favorite recipes.
This is very cool.
This is my new business, so I'm plugging myself here.
Virginie's party cookbook. All the recipes from the party can
and
go
then you have
into that.
You can have photos of the guests, so you can give it to them later, or you can give it to them night of.
And the way your business works is that
It's
you
online.
actually compile
Yeah,
all
you
of
do
the
everything
recipes
online.
and you make it like a beautiful heritage book to keep.
Put it in, we ship you the book.
Oh, I think that's so
it's good.
awesome.